Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For all those that you knew, this is a Let's Build video. What do I do in the Let's Build videos? I take model kits and I show you how to put them together. Why do I do this? Some kits are really intimidating, some kits are just look difficult. But if you've got video reference to see how they go together, it's a lot easier for yourself. And some people suffer with like reading instructions, dyslexia and stuff like that. So it just makes life a lot easier if there's a video reference for them. For all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. So what am I going to put together on this Let's Build? These guys have been pestering the life at me for a while now. Okay, Assault Intercessors. Now they look pretty straightforward. They do look pretty straightforward, but we're going to give them a go. Sorry about the rattling. I'm just getting the bits out of the bag. Right. So this is from the Imperium magazine. But I would imagine, again, with the kits from the Imperium magazine, they're going to be exactly the same kit you'd get in the box if you bought them. Okay. Now, as always, tools we need: scraper. Sorry, not in the camera. Cutter, clipper. Sorry. I do have some of this. This is sanding sponge. So it's basically sandpaper with a side with a sponge in the middle, so you can get into little nooks and crannies and stuff like that. And I have super glue and plastic glue. Now the problem is my plastic glue, the little pin inside it is just sort of clogged, so I need to figure out how to get it out. So I will be using super glue today. As always, the first thing we do is we have a look at the sprue and we identify that these are all body parts. Oh, sorry, off camera. This is body, this is body, yeah. So by the looks of them, the body, two of these body parts will clip into each other, yeah. There's arms, there's backpacks, obviously backpacks go on their back, so it's a little hole there. There's gun arms, and by the looks of it, all of them have the same arm, same side of their body is going to have the gun on it, so that's nice and simple. So the first thing we're going to do is we go for number 1 and number 8. So I need to locate. Now these all go specific ways, so I can't just do them willy-nilly, unfortunately. Where are we? Right, so number 1's here. I couldn't see that. Again, there's a little knobble bit underneath the foot. That's to put them into the base. So we'll snip this off. This second time doing a unit on the channel, so it might be a bit of a longer video. I do apologise. And number 8, which is this bit here. We also need number 3. Number 5. Number 5 is this head just here. So we clip the body out, it's the head right here. Number 2 and number 3 we need. There's number 2. And we need number, that's the body, head, leg, the chest plate number 3. So it should be there's something like that, but that's number 4. Of course, there's number 3, the other side. So a little shield on it. See that? We need backpack number 14. Backpack number 14. It should be over here somewhere, because there it is. All these parts are on the same. Which is good the way that GW are doing it now. So just to recap, okay, this is the sprue. Okay, this is the body part you need. Parts from here, apart from here, and apart from here. Yeah. So if you can't see the numbers or you can't work out what numbers are, that's nice and easy. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean these parts down. Yeah, by the looks of them, there's not going to be much mold lines. It's just going to be where I've clipped them from the sprue. And then I'm going to come back to you then, guys. But I've cleaned it all down. One bit I forgot was the chainsaw arm, which is this corner here. So to recap, chainsaw's here, body's here, there's bits here, bits on this piece, but bit here. Now, I've got all the parts here for one model. Okay. Actually, I've forgotten the plasma pistol, which is number 7. Is it plasma pistol? Yeah, number 7. Is that number 7? This is number 7 here. Oh my goodness me. I'll get this right in a second. Right, so now all these parts, okay? Yeah. Now you still might look at this and go, oh, there's loads of parts. You know what we've done here with this one model that we have all the parts for down here. Okay, we made that whole sprue less intimidating because now we've taken one model away. Okay, so I'm going to clean this plasma pistol, which I forgot about, and then I'll start putting them together. Right, so we'll start with this body part. Okay, and the head slots in here somehow. We'll just dry fit it at the moment. That's all we're doing. Just having a little dry fit, see how it goes in. If I can actually hold it in my hand, it's a pretty little piece. I believe it goes on something like that. Goes in there something like that. Okay. Because that's all curved around to go around the side of his body. So let's get some glue on that, shall we? Let's get some glue on this piece of it. So I'm doing it off camera. I believe it goes in like that. Okay. So that's that piece. Let's put that piece down and lean up against it so it doesn't push itself off. Now, actually we need to carry on with this piece actually. I think we're going to have to go for the head first because the front body part sticks over the top of it. So we get the head, and here there's a little nozzle bit at the bottom. We're doing it off camera again as usual. It should just slot into there like that. Sorry. Like giant hands. Should just go in there like that. Okay. Not reflecting off of me. Yeah. Then we go with the front body part. Sorry, this is the bottom half of the body, but there is a little pin there. That I would imagine goes into a little bottom pin there. So I'm going to get some super glue. I'm going to just put it into that bit there. Just run it along the edge here. Okay. The reason why is that should slot straight in. Like that. Then the chest piece goes into the top up here. The chest piece, there we go. The chest piece just sits in there. Just really struggle to get the pin in now. There we go. It's in. Sort of. No, it's in. Is it? No, it's not. It's not on properly. Taking the head out as well. Oh, of course you have. Turned this into a disaster. Let's get the head back on there first. It goes that way around. No, it's wrong. It goes there like that. Don't stick to me. Of course I would have. Of course I have. Of course I have. Dropped him on the floor. The head. Right, I just had to pull this apart slightly because it didn't look right. There was gaps in there. I mean, there's still a gap there, but there's nothing I can do about it for some bizarre reason. I don't know if it's meant to be like that and the chainsaw arm covers it up. I don't know. But I don't know. It's a bit weird. I've lost the head. I've lost the head somewhere on the floor down here, so what I'm going to have to do is have a good search for it. If I find it, great. If I don't, then I would have to I've got Space Marine heads floating around, you know, so I just have to improvise and just the whole thing wants to fall apart of me. It didn't want to come apart first of all, now it does. I'm going to go off camera and just hold that for a minute just to let that dry a bit. Guys, see a second. Right, I've put the other arm on, okay. I've put the backpack on. They're just nice and easy to put on. The arm is meant to be swinging behind him. Yeah, so he's running forward, but I've just put it up like that because, you know, I like things a little bit different. I'm just not happy about, I don't know if you can see the gap under here. Just let me get my pointer. Just in there's a little gap. I don't know why that is, but hopefully it won't be seen once it's undercoat black and everything else. I've lost the head. I had a little brief look around for it and I can't find it. It's not a big issue because I've got loads of Space Marine heads floating around, so I can easily switch them with another one. So it's going to be the first intercessor done. Well, not done, then it's missing the head. I'm going to go around the foot. Not on that little knobbly bit, because that little knobbly bit goes into the hole there. So again, you just want to line it up. It's a hexagon type shape, so you want to try and just line it up like that. And your feet on, hands on the back. It wants to go in. There he's in. So now we have one Assault Intercessor Space Marine minus the head. So I actually think I've put him in the wrong hole. I think he's meant to be positioned around the other way. I think he's meant to be around this way a little bit. Again, doesn't matter. This is why I prefer the plastic glue. I need to figure out that pin. Once I figure out how to fix that pin, then we're back in business. Anyway, I'm going to leave that to dry for a minute and look at the next one. Right, so as you just saw, such a fiasco. And I know why. It's because I'm using super glue and not plastic glue. If I was using plastic glue, I would have gone, okay, that's not in right properly, and just popped it out and put it back together and not a problem. Because I'm using super glue, it's like bonding instantly. And you saw the head, ping, off it's gone. I couldn't find it. I looked for it, couldn't find it. Now I do have other Space Marines heads elsewhere, but again, I'm not going to go looking for that. Just move that part of the way. It's my PVA glue pot. I have heads everywhere, other places, but I just want to go looking for it. So what I've done is I've taken the correct head from the first lot of Intercessor Space Marines I have, okay, which I think is from, I'm not sure if it's from the Indominus box or it's from the Imperium magazine, I'm not sure, but it's the same model, same sprue. So I took the head, and I put the head on now, okay, so you can clearly see the head on. Now, the base here, I put him on the wrong way. He should be facing this way. So don't make that mistake, guys. Okay. And then when I just glued his head on, the super glue was hard to come out the stick. Got it out, put the glue on. And then what happened? I scratched my chin. I only discovered the super glue on my chin, the super glue on my fingers. Now it's on my chin, part of my beard stuck together. For models that's so simple to put together, these ones, I'm having such a hard time with them. So I do apologise, guys. And that's the first one done. So I'm going to go on to the second one now, okay? Right, so what we need now is 16, which is this one here. Yeah. Clips off. 16. Where are we? Yeah, this guy here, next to the chainsaw. Okay. 15, which is this one here. And 17, the head. Okay, I'm going to take this one off very carefully. Oh, nearly lost that. Nearly lost that one as well. So I'm going to take these two pieces off. Okay, this one here, and this one. I'm going to clean them up and I'm going to dry fit them, guys. See you in a second. Right, so these three pieces. Sorry, the farmer's just going to do some work. I've just push fitted them together. Yeah, give them a dry fit. They actually go nicely. They seem very more simple than the first one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just run a little bit of super glue along the join line. I'm going to push that and hold it together to make it set. Okay, it's that simple. That's the second one, 90% done. Right, so down needs his chainsaw arm, bolt gun arm, and backpack, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so it's very simple to snip off. Right, so I'm going to clean these pieces up and I'm going to dry fit them. Okay, now with these I'll line them up so that goes on there nicely, and then so I put it on there and I'll see it goes on there nicely. Yeah, and then once I'm happy with the way it goes in, I'll then super glue it. Okay, if I was using plastic glue, I'd clean it up and then just put this plastic glue straight on it and go for it straight away, because I've got time to manoeuvre it around and everything else. So the cow's going mad because the farmer's there. Anyway, I'm going to clean these up, guys, and back to you. Right, so all the bits are cleaned. I've dry fitted them, so now I'm just going to go for the gluing. Glue this arm in. This goes in nice. Clean sword. Again, goes in nice. Backpack. Goes in nice. I'm not going to make the same mistake with this guy now. So I'm going to try and position him like that on the base. Okay, so he's got more of the base at the front. That's the way I normally do it, but I just messed up on the other guy. I'm just going to run it around the little hexagon thing, the little hexagon peg. Put it in, holding in by the knee there, just pushing it in. Okay, there's a little bit of a snug fit. Then as always, get your glue, just run it along the edge of where the foot meets the base, just to give it that little extra bit of protection. But also there's a little sneaky tip here. Where I've done the super glue, I've got a little bit on his foot there. Okay, you see that little bit of shiny white, shiny liquid. Now when that dries, that's going to dry a little rough. So when I paint him, it's going to look like he's got all muck on his boots, and like his boots are a little bit rough because he's walking around in them. The second one done, guys. Right, so third is an Intercessor Space Marine. We need 21, which is this body here, 22, 23, which is this one just below it, and 24, which is this head over here. Okay, so I'm going to snip those pieces off and clean them down and come back to you then. Again, this third one, I've just dry fitted it in, and it's in perfectly. So I've just run a bead of glue around the edge. Yeah, and it's literally, the head goes in the little gap. There's a little nubble bit hanging out underneath the head that slots in a little groove in there. This front part then goes over the top, and this bit then slots in. Now you're meant to put this leg and that the front piece, where are we, too far away, this piece and this piece together first and then put it on. But I just put this on first and then, but you could also, with the head, the little nubble bit that sticks in, that goes between the front and the back of him, you could snip that off and then just glue him straight into there. So I'll leave that to dry. I'm going to get the other these two arms and clean them down. Well, locate them first and then show you guys. Sorry, I've zoomed in a little bit because I was too far away. 26, okay, 27, sorry, 25, sorry, 25, 26, which is this one here, and 27 is his backpack here. Okay, so I'm going to just snip them off, clean them down, and come back to you then. Right, again, these are done, cleaned them all up, so let's have a look how they go on. So I'm just coming off camera here. I don't know if this, no, it's not meant to be up that high. It's meant to be on, maybe it is meant to be that high. Oh, there we go, like that. Right, so I'm confident that they're all good. Some super glue in there. Let's get it there. Nope. It only goes one way. I don't think that's the right way, but he's on now with super glue, so it's tough titty. So I'm knocking the camera as well. So I apologise, guys. Goes in there. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now what I do is I don't put it on the little peg that goes in the back. I just put it on the back bit itself. So another reason why I love the brush on the super glue. So much easier. Nice and easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry fit him. Not dry fit him, but have a look how he goes on the base. I think that gun's too high. I think it's meant to be down at a slightly different angle, but I don't know. I think it looks great. Just run it along the little peg. Try not to get the bottom of the peg, because otherwise it won't, it'll leak off and start gluing whatever you're resting him on to dry onto something else. Let's make sure he's got enough base on him. There we go. Well, I think that looks amazing. Again, just run it along the edge of where the foot meets the base. That's number 3 done. I think it looks absolutely amazing. On to number 4. Right, so now it's time for the fourth Space Marine Intercessor. So I need 28, which is here, yeah, 28, 29, which is next to him, and 30, which is right next to him. I'm going to snip these 3 off, and clean them down, okay, and start to have a look how they look dry fitted. You know, I don't need to show you how to glue them together, because as soon as you have these pieces off and you start dry fitting, you'll see exactly how it goes. It's very simple. Okay, guys. Right, again, so I put the head on, just add a bit of glue into it so it stays there, and then the rest of it just push this in nicely. But what I'm going to do is, because there's a tiny little gap along where the join line is, so I'm going to run a bit of super glue into it. This will keep it together. You know, some people use the super glue in the baking soda trick. What that is join lines like that, you'll put super glue. Join lines like that, you'll put super glue, and then drop baking powder on it, and the super glue joins with the baking powder, seals the gap nicely. I suspect that when the arm goes on there, that's going to hide all of that. So that's that one. Now it's, where are we? This side we want 31, 32, and 33. So there's 31, this bottom corner, 31. Bolt gun is 32, which is this one here, yeah. And backpack is number 33. So we want this one here. So this bolt gun, this backpack, this bolt gun, or bolt assault rifle, whatever it is, and this slides chainsaw down the bottom here. I'm going to clip them off, clean them up, and we'll come back to you. Right, so and this is just the easiest part now. Just putting these on. So that comes in a weird angle. Is it supposed to go over his face? I don't think it is. I think it's meant to be like that, something like that. Look at the picture, sorry. Yeah, it's meant to be coming up across his chest here, so I'm not too far off. But again, that just adds a bit more diversity to what you're doing. But now we've got to figure out how this one's going to go, because you can't have both of them up across his face. No, it's not going to work. Let's get his bolt gun on first. This is one of the good things about dry fitting on. Just going to have it like that. I'm going to fiddle around this for a second, guys. I'll come back to you. Right, the beauty of dry fitting, I've just figured out how that one goes. So I'm going to put some glue on that. And I'm going to squeeze this one in. That's how it goes, just like that. More super glue on the other one. So I'm knocking the camera over. Every time I'm dabbing the piece of super glue, I'm knocking the camera. Now you could always, with those little pins that the arms go into, you could always snip them down to give yourself a better view of it. Okay, let's get a bit of super glue on this dude in here. Let's push that in, nice and easy. There we go. Now for the fiddly bit, the base. Again, let's just run it. Let me see what I'm doing. Along the hexagon peg. What that does when you push it in, for those of you who don't know, as you look in there, it's not fickle. It's just, it goes in there and it glues to that. Yeah, nice and easy. Let's try and get them in a nice position. Again, we want, seems to be a nice position. I like that. Again, just run the glue around the foot. Amazing. Amazing. So that's 4 done. Right, let's go on to the 5th one. Right, so this is the hardest one. So we need parts number, where are we? 35, yeah. 34, which is the only 2 body parts left. 37, 38, 36 head. So this is all together on the top part of the sprue. Let's go too much, you can see. All together on the top part of the sprue. And then we need backpack number 39. It's the only backpack left. Now there is 2 heads left over, this arm left over, this bolt gun arm left over, and this chest piece. Do not throw them away, because they're for other intercessors when they come in. So yeah, I'm going to clip these pieces off that we need, clean them down, and back to you then. Again, I've just glued the head on, push fit the body together. I'm just going to run a bit of glue around the edge, just to get rid of those horrible little join lines. Then hold it together, so it just bonds nicely. See you soon, guys. Right, so let's go with the arms. Again, it's very, very straightforward. Very straightforward if I have it on camera. The bolter on. So I try not to step the bolter arm so it doesn't jog the camera. Very, very straightforward. And the backpack. I think I actually have the head on the weird position there on that model. Doesn't matter, it's all good. I like the fact that actually, see that on the, where are we? See that on the bolt, the holster. It's an empty holster because he's got the bolt gun in his hand. I actually like that. Usually there's some sort of pistol hanging out there or something. That's very, you know, a bit lazy of them to do that, but it's not this model. I mean, usually when they just have the handle holding out of the holster, I think sometimes a bit lazy because the model has the weapon in his hand. Again, just super glue on top of the foot. Just trying to stick to my fingers. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Very easy, very simple. I know the fiasco I had at the beginning. You see this on this guy here, his backpack. There's little knob bits. I'll probably give them a gentle sand down afterwards with some sanding sponge. It doesn't look like they've gone off totally. But apart from that, everything else looks, this one looks a little bit moody, but that's fine. Yeah, nice and easy. I say nice and easy. The first fella this guy here had a problem with. But apart from that, everything else nice and easy. I hope this video has helped you guys, or you found it entertaining. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next time. I'll give you some close-up pictures now, but I'll see you next time, guys.